Good morning. Welcome to Morning Love. What an exciting day. It's Friday, Freya's Day. Yesterday, we candled some eggs. So we've got 6 that we culled that are, we believe, fertilized. We took the opportunity while the coop is kind of occupied with Cleo and her piglets, which are doing well, about ready to go out. And one of my hens got a little broody, and so we decided to let her sit on the eggs and see if we got some fertilized. So we're hoping, again, that Freya, the Norse goddess of fertility, excuse me, has blessed us with more offspring. And speaking of, that's my thing this morning. I just want to tell you. If you are a practitioner of wizardry, magic, using your mind and your will to create your reality, trust it. Trust it, trust it, trust it. It's so funny because just in the past few days, I've really released a lot of my emotions around the outcome, things like that, and really seen a big move forward. And all of a sudden, all of these synchronicities are coming into place. I see things that are happening. And one of them, which is really interesting, is coming up the week of the 24th, I believe it is. Let's see, today's the 13th, 14th, 15th. Yeah, the 24th through the 28th, the Great Reset, I believe it is. I'll put a link in the comments for it. And in fact, as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to do a video to submit to them. But the interesting thing is that there's this conference coming up. It's a week-long conference, and they're talking about basically creating the world we desire. And the conference runs on 3 tracks. The first track is the spiritual esoteric track that deals with a lot of what we deal with here in Morning Love, about creating your own reality, that using our mind, and basically boiling back to the Kabbalion statement that all is mental, all is mind. So that's the first part of it. Then the second part of it is sustainable permaculture. So there's a sustainable permaculture segment there where there are going to be people talking about food security and all about sustainable permaculture. And then the third aspect of it, which is how I kind of got linked to this whole thing through John Bush, an anarchist, agorist acquaintance, and they'll be doing basically cryptocurrencies, alternative things like that. I don't see anything on there with the CES, but I'm going to mention that in my video. But the thing that the reason I say this is, if you notice, if you go and you look at my post on Buckwheat Farms, my original post several months ago or a few months ago, about what I want Buckwheat Farms to be, that we're bringing together the esoteric, we're bringing together sustainable permaculture and voluntarism, and I inverted it in my passage, in my vocal article. That's the word I'm looking for. So that is just, it's incredible. So I write this vision and let it go, and it comes to pass. See, our thoughts have those energies. Not only am I seeing that, but I put in an intent for my pig to have piglets, and now I've put in an intent for healthy chickens, and I use intents around my garden, and I see things. But when big stuff like this happens, and now I set up the mentorship thing, and I tried to do it my way, and finally I just said, well, shoot, I'll just let it go, and whoever crosses my path, and then within the matter of 2 days, I contact a guy about some worm castings, which if you haven't used earthworm castings in your garden, they are incredible. I'm going to use them mainly in my cuttings, trying to get my cuttings to root, because they're extra nutrients. But I'll also put them around my tomatoes, because you see an instant almost instant change in the soil quality. And so anyway, I'm out, go out to see this guy, and we hit it off. The guy's into permaculture. I mean, there's all these things. So, and shortly after that, I return a message from my son-in-law, and he says, "Hey, I want you to come out and help me set up a garden at my place." And and the first thing he says, "Do I need to get a tiller?" And I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Let me tell you how to do permaculture, because it'll be easy gardening, no tillers, and it's better for the environment." Anyway, so all these opportunities open up, and what I'm saying is there's someone there, and you have set an intent, and you fretted over it. Will it ever come to pass? And it will, because again, using the Bible as a grimoire, because it was all translated, and every translation is actually just a commentary. It's not a translation; it's a commentary from the But anyway, so using that concept to understand the grimoire that is the Bible, there's a passage in there that says, "So shall my word be that goes forth out of my mouth; it shall not return to me void. It shall carry out that for which I purposed it." And so every idea, every intent that you put out, and the emotions, and that's why the emotions are so important with the intent. But when you link those emotions to it, but then the release and the wait, and this is the hardest part, I know. And many of you are waiting. Many of you are waiting for those things that you've intended, but they're coming. They're coming, and when they come, make sure you are prepared, because that's one thing for sure. We were prepared for this. We were prepared. I've been prepared to be able to come in and have people come in and train. I've been prepared to have people come in and do things. I've been prepared for all of this. We've been prepared, and we are prepared. And so your intent that you've got, your whatever it is that you're believing to have happen, whatever reality is that your mind has created, it's impossible for it to end. Quantum physics, energy never stops. It always continues. Now, it can diminish in power and effectiveness, but the energy itself will never cease to exist. That idea, that thought, that intent will never cease to exist. It will do what it said. Namaste.